Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Ascension Teachings. My name is Anne-Marie Morales. I encourage you to begin at the very first episode. So if you haven't seen the previous episode, please do so. Our first episode was about knowing who you are, that you indeed are a projection, a creation of God, of Source, of all that is. And I was going to talk about another subject today for the second one, but I decided to go on to the third point because it just came up a lot this week. And I made a very short video about it, about how we are all mind. We are all mind. So let's explore, how does spirit interact with this physical body to generate the experience of our reality? I began to research, and I researched, what does ACIM say about the mind? And ACIM says that the mind is a tool used by the soul to experience the world and its true nature. I was like, the soul. So we are the soul of God incarnate into a body, using the mind to experience the world. And then I was reading, as I said, I'm reading also Conversations with God. And there's this beautiful passage here. You are in a partnership with God. We share an eternal covenant. My promise to you is to give you all that you ask. Your promise is to ask. And then it goes on. You are a threefold being. You consist of body, mind, and spirit. You can call it the physical, the non-physical, and the metaphysical. This is the Holy Trinity, and it's called by many names. Your psychiatrists, theologians call it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Psychiatrists recognize it as consciousness, subconsciousness, and superconsciousness. Philosophers call it the id, the ego, and the superego. Science calls it energy, matter, and antimatter. Poets called it mind, heart, and soul, and then New Age thinkers referred to it as mind, body, spirit. And then it goes on to talk about time and all that, but I don't want to get into that. But what I really want to focus in on is how, and I know this because of my intensive study last year in my training as a hypnotherapist. And of course, I'm not here to be a great philosopher. I'm not here to be a great anything. What I'm here to do is to kind of give you my perspective and things that have really impacted me when I look at creating my world. So last time we talked about how we are the creators of our world, and each one of us generates its own YOU universe. There's a beautiful example that came to me. Imagine you and me sitting in a coffee shop window. We're at a coffee shop. Our table's right by the window. And all of a sudden outside, this car accident happens right outside the coffee shop. So you and I are basically 3 feet, 4 feet away from each other, same distance away from the accident. But my reaction to the accident is going to be completely different to your reaction to the accident. In many ways. I, number one, am seeing it from a different angle. in my perspective or vision, I might be able to see factors that you don't see from your vision. And not only that, the accident is going to trigger inside of me whatever I remember about accidents. So if let's say, if I was in a major accident, okay, memories of that accident are going to come and flood my memory. Or if I lost somebody in a car accident, that's going to come up for me at that very moment. And for you, it's going to be absolutely and completely different, because you are generating your own reality surrounding this concurrent, co-creative experience that we had, which was this accident. Okay? So that shows, number one, that humans are awful witnesses, okay? But it also shows the truth about how we are generating and creating our own reality. Now let's talk a little bit about our minds, okay? Our minds, which is a vehicle for our spirit to experience this realm, also contains consciousness. And that consciousness is receptive to messages, and this according to ACIM. We talk about these words, oh, it's mind, consciousness, spirit. Well, let's define it just a little bit more. So consciousness, according to A Course in Miracles, is receptive to messages from both spirit and the ego. So, or the world that we see. So that is why our consciousness, awareness, expansion is so important here. And many of us are unconscious versus conscious. Usually people come to me when their subconscious mind has taken over their conscious mind. So let me just describe to you what I describe to my clients about what the mind is. The conscious mind, let us say, is this interaction. I'm here in front of my computer, writing notes, editing, doing what I have to do. That's my conscious mind at this moment, okay? My subconscious mind is recording. Let's say the conscious mind can absorb about 30 bits of data. Let's use computer terms. The subconscious mind is a supercomputer, and it is storing thousands of bits of data any given second. So, and it's going all the time. So in that subconscious realm, that subconscious memory banks, that is where the traumas, the joys, that's where all that is stored. And so that is why when we experience our world, we experience it sometimes subconsciously. For example, we get fears over things that are generally, what am I seeing here? This wouldn't be like an Anne-Marie thing without something really silly happening. I'm trying to be all professional, but it's just not going to work. So take it or leave it, guys. Like it or lump it. Anyway, so getting back to my point, why is it that we have fears of things? Why is it that we stop ourselves? What are the limiting beliefs that we hold within us? This beautiful term, limiting belief, is what healing of the mind through conscious awareness will do for you. So we have blocks to love's awareness. We have blocks to the flow of energy. And those are all encapsulated in our subconscious mind. And so, as I said, when people come to me, usually their subconscious mind have created either dis-ease in the body or behaviors that they just cannot sustain anymore. And that's when people come to me. And it's such a blessing to be able to assist people through this amazing modality of hypnotherapy to lovingly excavate the subconscious trauma in our mind and allow people to experience a free life, a life free of blocks, to awareness of God's presence, to awareness of love's presence, to awareness of our own true nature. The reason why I'm doing this work is because I believe that we all have the goal to live in a happy world, to live a happy life, a life of fulfillment, a life of pleasure and joy and contentment and ease. And A Course in Miracles calls this the happy dream. Take this again as an offering of love. So begin to explore yourselves. Begin to observe your mind's reactions to your world. And if you're in peace, wonderful. If you're not, then learn about you. Know thyself. Know why things are happening to you. And between A Course in Miracles and for me personally, between learning A Course in Miracles and doing hypnotherapy, I have cleared so many errors in my mind, so many misconceptions about who I am, how I got to feel the way I feel about certain things. And pray, everybody. Pray that the errors in your mind be shown to you so that you may know what to heal. This is the second installment of Ascension Teachings. My name is Anne-Marie Morales. Like, subscribe, and share this information. And I love you all so very, very much. Thank you.